have my coffee. There's no coffee in front of me. Channel Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. We do channelings every single day right here, Monday through Friday. So grateful you're here. Let's see. Lean, Fatima, and Millie. And who's the... Somebody is hiding within the chat. There's 4 listed and 3 of you out there. Good dawning and welcome. Hope you had a great night. I don't know. Wake up and it's like, I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm here. So you can always just jump into channeling. Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain always know what to say. That's the cool thing about channeling is I don't have to have anything set up or any, just like jump in there and it's like, Saint Germain's got 1,000,000,001 ideas. So it's kind of makes it nice here. Hope you're having a great dawning there. Waking up to some peace in your universe. If you're not finding peace in your universe, then are you examining why there's no peace in your universe? You're not finding the universe that you want. Are you examining your peaceful universe? Yay, outside again. Yes, we are outside. Here, I will flip it around. You can even... There you go. You can see what I am. Ooh, that's me. There you go. You can see what I am looking at. There's the view from the bench. Or the picnic table, I should say. Grassy field. I wonder if this will spin. All right, so that's what I'm staring at. There's houses right across the street from the lake, and then if we spin it all the way around, there's the lake behind us. Shari, good dawning. There we go. So hopefully you're having a peaceful dawning. We can zoom in. There's some of the mountains over there. When I get more time, I got to get up earlier. I will explore other places to go, and not by the creek that I tried before with the junk cell signal and the very loud rushing water. But there's other places to go, so we will explore. Off work tomorrow, so if I get up, if I can get my lazy bones out of bed early enough. But yeah, you know what I noticed though? I haven't been able to sleep in like a month plus, which is good. Have you ever done that to you ever notice you kind of jam up your own universe? It's not even jam up. You commit to something and then it's like, whoa, it creates a bigger change. Instead of now sleeping in because I didn't have anything other than like door dashing or just going to the crystal shop. Although I've been doing this longer than I've been at the crystal shop. But yeah, can you do that to yourself? I don't know. Gonna put yourself in a position where you kind of jam yourself up, so to speak. So now I don't get to sleep in unless I want to miss out on a Sunday or something. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting thought there. All right, so we've been working with Isis, Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, and Archangel Michael to do clearing and whatnot. And today we're going to get over friend traumas. There we go. That's what they're talking about. So we're going to center back down into our pyramids. If you're new here and you're like, pyramids, this is nuts. Remember this, 2 things. You only see 1% of the light spectrum. And so if you're already sitting there and you talk to your angels and whatnot, they're there. So what would be that if Isis wants to drop a pyramid of protection over you, that it's not there in light form, but you just can't see it? Think about that for a second. Because if you already like talk to Isis, you talk to your guides or what have you, no difference in that aspect versus Isis dropping a light pyramid around you. And since you only see less than 1% of the visual light spectrum, you're not going to see that pyramid. And if you did see it, you'd see everything every which way but loose. And I wouldn't need to sit here right now because you'd instantly have some sort of shift, to say the least, because everything around you there. You could also theoretically see the stacked timelines in front of you. That would be fun. You could see all your stacked timelines in front of you there and just like the deck of cards and pull one out. So yeah, that's why you only see 1% of the light spectrum. So today we're going to remove old friends, old traumas, old stuck energies from past people. Not specifically family per se, because that's where your biggest traumas lie from, but from old friends, old colleagues, old co-workers, and such. We're going to have 3 days of rain starting tonight It made it all the way to Canada already. Wow. Love and light to those suffering from the hurt. Love and light, yeah, absolutely. I was through. I moved to Sunrise, Florida, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. There we go. 3 weeks before Hurricane Andrew, which is up till then and still one of the top three largest Cat 5s to ever hit the country. So, favor. And then when I was in the Army, we had to walk on the back end of a Cat 2. It was Cat 1 when we were walking. Hurricane to do our field training exercise in basic training. We were walking through with no raincoats. It was not very fun. A Cat 1 back end of a Cat 2 hurricane. So yes, suffice to say, if you were part of that hurricane, favor to you. Yeah, the thuds of the grapefruits hitting my back of my. We had to board up the windows, and we had a grapefruit tree in the back, and every single grapefruit must have hit the back of the boarded up window because there wasn't any left, and it looked like target practice for Mother Nature there on the back of my window. So yeah, if you're in a hurricane down there, anywhere, favor to you. Favor up in Toronto, there don't get any flooding rains either. It's tropical rain, making it all the way to Canada is pretty impressive. So yeah, we're going to center down into our pyramids there. If you're new here, ISIS grants you a pyramid of light and protection. It just follows you along. ISIS, we work with ISIS. We're doing the oracle cards, divination cards, whatever you want to say. We do this week. We're doing Kuan Yin, so she gets a whole week to give us a flurry of different cards. Maybe she has a story to tell us. I don't know. And then next week we go back to ISIS. So we're going to rotate instead of doing every other day or just whenever I feel like throwing in Kuan Yin. Plus, Kuan Yin only takes a minute, so I'm not really complaining versus the 10 minutes it takes to do ISIS. So there we go. So this week we're doing Kuan Yin. I just uploaded the card there. But so ISIS is granted us pyramids of protection. So if you're new, just imagine a light pyramid around you. And every dawning, at least for the past week, we go into the pyramid real quick, clear some energies. Then we bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain to channel. So today we're going to climb into our pyramid. So just all you have to do is imagine a light pyramid around you. Archangel Michael to your left, and then ISIS up here ready to catch whatever we throw. So we're going to remove any stuck energies from old friends, old acquaintances, and old people we used to, I mean, you don't have to be old physically, but people we used to know from our linear timeline from the past, in our linear timeline. There we go. And we're going to remove any resonant energies from people who are no longer in our auric field or part of our universe, but may have left stuck resonant energies with us. So if we want to close our eyes for a moment, we're in our pyramids. If you're new and watching this, we grant you a pyramid as well. ISIS does. If you look up, you'll see a green light. That green light is Archangel Raphael. If you look to your left and your right, you will see spinning around you. You will see, that's an ultralight. I kept hearing this buzzing, but it's an ultralight flying by back over the lake. So if you spin around, you'll see the violet flame, which is always around you. We work with Saint Germain. And the violet flame, you don't have to go any meditation. All you have to do is call up the violet flame. It's naturally there, and it will work with you. And so we have ISIS up here ready to catch anything we're going to throw. So basically, we're going to center down. And from your end, pick those people. There's got to be somebody left in your life who's left a resonant energy scars, what have you. They may have said some traumatic things or not very nice things, traumatizing, but nonetheless. Grab that energy. We're going to grab all those energies. So take a moment. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. So in your universe, take a moment and close your eyes or not, and center down. We're in our pyramids. Whom in your past, in the Earth linear timeline, did you have non-resident energy with that you had to deal with? What friends did you have a negative breakup with or negative ending with? Maybe there's still an ex-spouse or an ex-lover or an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend that's still in your frame or in your energy space that you haven't totally cleared. Not to say that This doesn't bypass any of the work from clearing a relationship, but we are going to scrub some of the energies out of our auric field so we can be lighter. And this is all about creating our universe. So the cleaner our energies are, the less resonant from our past that we are carrying, the more we can create a positive future and stay present without getting into our past or having it muck up our current. So grab those energies from anybody you have left behind, anyone in your yesterday, or maybe there's somebody in your universe now you'd like to cut ties with. We can add them as well. But any energies that you felt stuck with, or even if it is your mom or your dad, they're resonant energies that they've passed and you just can't get over one specific trauma or whatever it is. Maybe it's an old boss who treated you like garbage, and because you hadn't cleared the energies from your mom or your dad, they were a resonant mirror of your mom and dad or dad. And so you'd go to work and have to replay the traumas of your childhood while at work getting yelled at by your boss because you didn't do your TPS report properly. Release it. We're going to grab those energies. Maybe you had a childhood friend who would steal from you or was always jealous or would say things that weren't very nice or whatever it is. Maybe you've had a vindictive lover or somebody who's been very vindictive. You just didn't want to date them anymore and they came at you and left a trauma scar. We're going to grab all these energies up. So grab all the energies of those you've left behind, those who aren't worthy of resonating in your current field or who are no longer in your field or who might be, but you'd rather them not be. Grab those energies, all those situations, all those moments. There you go. We're going to ball them up. Grab them and ball them up. Pull them off of our trauma body. We're going to call on Archangel Michael to slice off any of the resonant energies from people from our past. So we call in Archangel Michael. He's to our left. And we slice. And so he's grabbing his sword, and just imagine him slicing the umbilical cord that holds that ball of energy away off of you. So now it's a free-flowing energy. You have it like a basketball in your hand. We're going to hand that over to Archangel Michael. Now you can decide to keep this energy. You can ball it up. You can cube it up. You can shove it in your pocket if you want. You can dribble it and take it with you. That's truly up to you. If you want to hold on to the past traumas of your old friends, those who might have done you wrong, old situations, ex-lovers, whatever, bad dates, whatever it might be for you. So if you want, we've got it all balled up. We're going to roll it in our hands here one last time. Take a bite of the energy and hand it to your left and hand it to Archangel Michael. So now feel yourself. You're free. We've released some of those energies. You've released whatever you handed to Archangel Michael, unless you want it back. And you can always call your energies back, even if we send it to Isis, who catches it in her disc, which represents the central sun. If you want those energies back, or your energies, the central sun will gladly give them to you. Otherwise, feel how free you are that they're gone. That sixth grade friend that used to tease you, whatever, gone. You no longer need to feel that. Now, if there's still heavy trauma, yeah, you still have to push through the emotion, but we're clearing it from our auric field. We don't have to deal with that today. We don't have to be in that energy space. We don't have to think about it or carry it. We don't have to have that interaction cloud any other interaction that we have today. Because all of our traumas cloud our interactions today if they're not healed. So we gave that to Archangel Michael, who's holding the basketball of our past friend energetic traumas, our past acquaintances and coworker traumas, our past bosses, who may have mirrored our parents in a lot of ways, especially with Aaron there. Aaron and Victor and Aaron will tell you he worked at a shoe store and the boss was just like his mother. And until he released the traumas of his mother, he couldn't release the boss. And the two kind of tied together. So maybe that's you. Not in a shoe store, mind you, but nonetheless. So can you allow Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, and Archangel or in Saint Germain to heal you? Can you allow Archangel Michael to pitch that ball of energy that you no longer want in your auric field to Isis, who will catch it in her central sun? So if you can, and you no longer want to carry those traumas, now keep in mind, alive, this is metaphorically speaking. If you haven't done the work, you got a friend who beat the living crap out of you, and you haven't done the work, and you're a fear of your friends or people, you stay away from people because you still have to do some of the work, but you get the idea. So we're going to pitch this to Isis. So we're going to grab that ball of energy. We gave it to Archangel Michael, who's now pitching that, and you can visualize it, throwing it to Isis, who is catching it in her disc and releasing that to the central sun. All right. So you should feel a lot lighter. You want to stay in your disc, that's fine. We're going to call in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain to do a channeling. But as you go throughout your day, check your interactions. See if you're still trauma reacting based on old friends or old energies. Or see if you can be lighter. See if you can feel that lightness in the now and not treat Sally at the water cooler like you would have treated Bob in 6th grade or what have you. All right, so when I channel here, I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. I'm a semi-conscious channeler, so if I open my eyes, you can't see it with the glasses on, but that's just to reach out. There's no water or anything today, so nothing to reach out for, no beverage. But I may look at the clock and see how long we've got. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good dawning and welcome. Welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd or Josh. Either way you want to say it, it's either way. We all put labels on things. You label Josh, you label him Mr. Floyd, you label him Josh, whatever. We are here channeling through the body called Josh. There you go. Because Josh is really just made up. He's your body. He is the energy form within it. Same energy form that you are. But we are channeling through Josh for you. We do this Monday through Friday, Moon Day, through your day when you go fry things on Friday from 8:33 his time, which would be 10:33 on the East Coast. If you are living in the states, the United States, which aren't so united anymore, but nonetheless, the states that have common highways that drive through them. There you go. So nonetheless, 8:33 his time, or 10:33, or 7:33 if you're on the West Coast. So we hope to see you every day on the Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd. We are grateful that you are here. And yes, are you carrying the resonant energies of your friends? When you go to your water cooler today and you hear Fran, are you seeing Fran? Are you seeing an old friend? Are you seeing energies from an old friend? And not Fran. Fran, we're saying Fran is your coworker. But nonetheless, is that triggering energies from an old friend? Are you walking through your universe with clear energies? Are you reacting to your universe based on energies from your past? Generally speaking, when you are walking through your universe, you're reacting based on the energies of situations that have happened to you before. I want to repeat that because that's very important if you're not in understanding of what we are saying here. That when you are walking through your universe on your daily basis, your reactions to your universe are not novel, they are not new, and they are not based on your current. You are thinking, well, how could they be based on anything else? I am standing in my presence. Well, your presence is the current time that you are having that situation happen for you. Not to you, but for you. If you are in your universe, if you are not clear of your traumas, when you go to, pardon me, when you go to react in a situation, you will be reacting from the energies of your trauma from your past. I want to repeat that in a way that might make more sense to you if you're not understanding. Even though you are standing in your presence, when Sally comes to the water cooler, and Sally might have resonant energies of your mother, for example. Maybe your mother was very negative, and you never got over the negativity of your mother, and she was negative to you. So everything she would say, you are a loser, you are this, your universe sucks, and everything in this sucks, and you are, and the world sucks, and my car sucks, and everything sucks, and I got my hair cut, and the person who cut my hair did it wrong, and they suck, and you can't do anything right in front of Sally, for example. And just like your mother, Well, you are not going to see Sally as Sally. Well, you will see Sally as Sally. I mean, you're going to say hi, Sally, when you say hello. But you are going to see her as the resonant energy, as your mother. I want you to understand that. When you are seeing somebody who is bringing up those traumas, and generally speaking, you are attracting people into your auric field, into your universe, based on energies that you have either healed or not healed that need to be worked on. So when you are at the water cooler and Sally is there and she is telling you how crappy her universe is and how garbage you are and how garbage everything is, and she is not meaning that you are really garbage, but she is just in that energy space where she is talking about everything being garbage and the president and this and that in her car, and she went to get her car fixed and they did a garbage job and it still got the issues and whatever it is. Are you seeing Sally, or are you feeling the negativity from your mother and reacting from her past traumas based on Sally ginning them up, so to speak? We are not saying you are drinking and causing the jinn to show up, but you are bringing those energies are coming forth because Sally is at a resonant vibration that is quite similar to your mother. And why is Sally in your universe then vibrating and creating energies and dervishing in her negativity like your mother might? It goes that ultralight again. That is because you have not cleared the traumas from your mother. We're going to be as honest as we can with that. So when you are looking into your universe and you are looking at the people that are surrounding you in your universe, obviously there are people that who are here to help you as well. They may have same resonant energy, but they are there to help you. Keep that in mind. That Sally is not there to be negative Sally in the alley, so to speak. She's not to be the negative jinn in your water cooler time. Sally is there to be a mirror of what is not changed in your universe, what traumas you are still working on, what traumas from your parents you have not dealt with. People are going to show up in your universe as resonant mirrors of your larger traumas. You're attracting them to your universe. So if somebody is coming into your life, look into their energetic field. Look at what role they are playing in your universe. Remember, this is your grand field. This is your toroidal field. It's your universe. Think of interstage left. There you go. So you are the grand actor in your own play. Who are you sending into your own play? Who is coming interstage left for you to show you, to mirror for you the energies that you are still carrying around? In this case, where you are standing at the water cooler and Sally is talking about how crappy her universe is, and you're going, gee, Sally sounds just like my mother. That is why Sally is in your universe. You have not yet cleared the crappy negative energies that your mother was throwing out all the time. You are seeing those energies in Sally, and that's why Sally is standing next to the water cooler, and you're going, oh, this is heavy. This feels very familiar. I do not want to stand here and hear Sally complain about this, that, and the other, and talk about everything negative in our universe. I might complain about the TPS reports with her for a moment, ha, 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 or my 5 bosses. But nonetheless, for Sally's sake, for my sake, I'm going to walk away, but I'm going to examine. And are you doing that? Are you just getting frustrated? That is something you need to look at. Are you getting frustrated when people in your universe are mirroring traumas that you have yet to clear? Are you sitting down and seeing that those were a gift given to you? Sally is put in your universe so that you can mirror the energies that are broken for you, so to speak. They're not broken, but the energies that you are walking through from your mother. Once you walk through the energies with your mother, you would just want to have pity for Sally, or maybe give her a big hug and be like, it's all right, Sally. Your car is fixed, is it not? Your universe, you have power in your house. You got it fixed. You are good. Your universe is not so bad. And you would see that and you would say that instead of being traumatized by Sally. You would just be like, it's all right, Sally. We love you nonetheless. So keep that in mind. Your universe mirrors what is needing to be fixed in your universe, what traumas are needing to be worked out for you in your universe. So we did that clearing exercise where we are saying to clear your traumas, sit back and look at your friends and clear the resonant traumas. Keep this in mind, though. You are carrying those resident traumas if you have not yet cleared them from your parents or whoever really placed the trauma, the original trauma, so to speak. So once you understand your original trauma, for Josh, for example, he had his past life regression session. So he could go all the way back 7 lifetimes. This is the 8th lifetime he is in. So he went back 7 lifetimes and had a past life regression session to see that he was abandoned by his mother. That is the original trauma. So he carried all kinds of abandonment issues all the way through. And where is your original trauma? We are not saying that you have to have a past life regression session, but if you are seeing your patterns, if you're looking into these sallies in your universe, the patterns themselves may show up regardless. You may not know the exact situation, but then we always would think that a past life regression session, there we go, is always going to be good for you. But nonetheless, without coffee, Josh is getting a little gummy in the mouth. But nonetheless, for you in your universe, can you see how the energies of those who are trauma dumping on you, those who are the sallies at your water cooler, can you see their energies and how they may match with the other unfixed traumas in your universe? How your people may mirror each other. How when you're looking at your boss, you might also be looking into the eyes of your father, so to speak. If you have unhealed business and your father is a micromanager and he wants to micromanage your universe, did you do this? Are you doing that, for example? Did you make your bed? Then did you brush your teeth? And then did you do this? And you are just like that. I can take care of my own universe, whatever for you. Maybe your boss then is micromanaging you. You are married to that trauma, so you find a boss that has leading you into that trauma so that you can see that it is unhealed. So your universe then gives you a boss who is micromanaging. Did you do this? Here's a sheet. Take note of every 5 minutes you spend at work. Our boss is like that. And then write it down. So you are doing more taking note of your time than actually physically working. But if you have multiple projects, maybe you have to keep a project sheet of when you are working on one project for billing. And then you switch to another project. Maybe you are micromanaging your time. And your father was like, you call me every 5 minutes, so to speak, while you are out and about. There's really no difference. You are getting the same energy, the same micromanaging energy, because you never dealt with the anger that you felt from your father having to be micromanaged by him, having to text message him every 5 minutes or whatever, blow up his pager, depending how old you are, or just find a payphone and call him if you want to go way back in time. But nonetheless, can you see how you're married, your people in your current future, in your current life, are married to the traumas, are part of the traumas that you had in your previous, in your earlier life? That's just where we are getting today, and that's why we're asking you to clear that. If you see somebody, if you are standing and you go, oh my gosh, Sally is my mother. She is telling me she's just as negative as my mother was. What is that here to show you then? That is here to show you then that you have unhealed traumas with your mother. Then it's up to you what you want to do with that. You could sit down, you could meditate on it, you could write it out, you could give it to Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, you could call your mother and talk through the traumas. If you have a good relationship with her or not, that's up to you. But now you know where you have to work on. So look at the people in your universe. See them as a grander mirror of what you need to work on for yourself, what has yet to be worked on. If you're getting triggered by the person here or there, by the person behind the cash register, and they are saying something to you, and you're like, what? What did you say? Listen to what they said. When you are done, apologize, of course, but when you are done, step out of your frame and see what they said and look in the larger picture. Where is that mirroring trauma within you? What is unhealed? The people you see outside of you who are nails on the chalkboard driving you nuts, there we go, are there to bring up, to gin up that old unhealed trauma in you, old patterns, old thoughts, old negative ways of being. So keep all of that in mind. If you are living a clear life and you are not in your trauma, then you are not going to have people who are going to bring up trauma. You are not in trauma. They're going to be in your current and are going to help project your universe forward. We love you. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled. Pardon me. We must remind Josh to bring a beverage because his mouth gets really dry. He did not have enough time to make coffee this morning. So there you go. So we will get coffee and then go to work. From your end, look into your life. Take a moment after this or later today. Just a minute and look at the circle in your universe. Are there people who are in your universe, in your circle, who are there to mirror unhealed trauma for you. It's very important. If you find somebody there, we are not saying to throw them out of your universe or anything of the sort. It's your job then to ground into the trauma and see what is going on, what is unhealed in your universe. And be grateful. You had that mirror in your universe to allow you to release that unhealed trauma. Use those friends. They are there for a reason. If you find then, after you have healed the trauma, that you no longer need Sally in your universe, then don't go to the water cooler, of course. But if it is a close friend, not when Sally is there, ha ha ha, go to the water cooler when you see Sally is not there for sure. But nonetheless, in your universe, if you have a friend who is like that, who is just a mirror of unhealed trauma, and you are healing the trauma, it's going to be up to you what you decide to do with that friend. If they are going to just be the trauma of remembrance, was that really a friend in your universe, or did your universe put that person into your universe to frame you up, to see where you need to get some frame in your universe, to solid up, to see where you are unhealed? Keep that in mind. We love you. We know you love yourself. You are watching this, so grateful. Take a moment when you are trauma triggered, when you are like, this person is driving me nuts, and ground into that. Hold that frame for a moment. Don't let it slide by, and see why that person is driving you nuts, and look into your larger universe. What is unhealed? Releasing transmission. All right, there we go. 31 minutes. That's about where we try to keep it. All right, so from your end, I can remember the gist. I have to re-listen to it to get all the details. But from your end, who in your universe is mirroring broken trauma, and can you not trauma dump on them? And can you take them and what they're saying and bringing forth for you in your universe as a gift, and ground into it to heal that trauma? There we go. All right. Everyone's a mirror in some aspects. So what are they mirroring back to you? Are they showing that you're moving forward? That could be an awesome mirror. You will get those too. You'll get friends in your universe who are helping you to move forward, who mirror your best. Or even when you flip out, they realize it, immediately say sorry, and realize, because they're a good mirror, you're a good mirror, that they can't be in their trauma. So who in your universe helps to mirror you out of your trauma? Everybody has one. And who in your universe is mirroring your unbroken or your unfixed, your broken trauma? Your unhealed, it's not broken. Unhealed trauma. There we go. That's the gist of today. And so there you go. The universe is exactly, Helene. So look at those people in your life. The 5 people you interact with the most, and see what they're mirroring back to you, because that's going to be a big help in where you are right now and where you could be going tomorrow. All right. If I was still working as an office manager, I can imagine the company emails I would be asked to send regarding people filling their big Stanleys at the water cooler. All right. Exactly. Big Stanley. I bet you if you threw whether big Stanley or not, as long as it's made of aluminum or metal, there, it's not going to melt. It'll survive a fire. It's Big Stanley got lucky. But yeah, that was a good one, Millie. What crystal could he recommend? The universe is a mirror. All right, just going through the chat here, see what we've got. See, Mr. Floyd, at least you don't have to deal with salt. Actually, you know what, Helene? I do deal with salty at the crystal shop. It's kind of weird, honey. I'm going to state this as mildly as possible, and I think a lot of you may understand. When you're in your light, the universe is going to throw the darkness at you here and there. So it'll be interesting. I'll ground into doing something, or I'll just be in right space, and somebody will come into the said crystal shop with heavy energy, or really annoying energy, and they'll just start talking the most inane stuff. And you just know they're not interested in crystals. They could care less. They don't even understand it. And you start talking energies about crystals, and they're like looking at you like your head might have fallen off. Keep in mind, again, the universe is going to send different energies, or different energies are going to find you, to test you, to see if you are in frame. B, again, to see where you're out of frame, like your friends and Sally at the water cooler. Or could just be a dark energy shows up because you're in your light standing in a crystal shop and they want to disturb your day. It does happen. If you know that you're protected, you know your source, and you know you got ISIS pyramid around you, just let them go. But yeah, believe it or not, no, it happens more than you would think. You get that heavy energy that stumbles around the crystal shop for an hour and just keeps looking around, and it happens more than you would think, actually. So yeah, let's see. Hi, Bunny. Let's see what else we've got here. Clear quartz. Clear quartz is great in a crystal shop. Clear quartz is terrible unless you want to sage it because it's everybody's energy. So you got to run around. You got to be careful in a crystal shop. And I've noticed this. If I grab a big chunk of clear quartz, I'm not grabbing clear quartz. I'm grabbing Bob, Joe, Fran, the guy from Minnesota who showed up and started complaining about our prices. The person who beat up his girlfriend the other day, their resonant energy. A clear quartz is going to zip zap everybody's energy, whoever touches it. And so it's like, if I grab a piece of clear quartz, I'm going to immediately, and gratefully there's sage right there, I'm going to sage myself off. The only thing I like to grab is like the amethyst. There's some big chunks of amethyst and such that doesn't as much, or citrine, things that won't hold other people's resonant energy. It does a lot. I do a lot better when I'm doing that than when I'm grabbing a piece of clear quartz. We've got this clear quartz cluster. It's like $3,000. It's almost as big as this picnic table. I won't touch it because it's everybody goes and touches it. So I have no idea what intentions they're throwing in there or anything else. Working in a crystal shop's interesting. Mostly I keep my hands off of, except for a few pieces, off of the pieces because there's so much resonant energy. But if you just stand in the middle of the store after about 3 hours, start ringing like a bell. And so I know that my aura, I can't even imagine what it's doing to my auric field. But I'll sage myself when I get in there and then when I leave, just to be sure, because yeah, a crystal shop will attract really high vibration, but then it's going to attract an incredibly low vibration who is. I've had people come in there and laugh and mock crystals and call us all kinds of granola and all kinds of hippie fairies and crazy stuff. So, but if you don't know, you don't know. So you get. It's interesting. You'll get wherever you are, you're going to get the opposite resonant energy if they're in fear. So if you're like wherever, whatever it is. So in this case, the crystal shop, you're going to get people who want to diss crystals, don't understand crystals, dislike crystals. You couldn't crystallize them for anything. So it's kind of an interesting deal how that works. Selenite and amethyst and selenite. Yeah, you could grab a selenite wand, and I do all the time at work, and that just kind of dumps. Selenite will charge other crystals. So if you have like a selenite bowl or a plate, and you put your crystals on there, it'll charge them. But as well, if you grab selenite as a human, then it's just going to dump your energy. It's going to dump out the garbage energy. Will dump out. That's why I like the amethyst. Just there's an amethyst heart that I'll grab, and it'll just like chunk. Or the selenite or citrine. There's a big piece of citrine too. I'll grab the citrine cluster and I'm good to go. But yeah, wherever you go, do not grab other people's clear quartz or any other clear quartz unless you know that it's clean. Smoky quartz, one thing, because it's smoky, so it doesn't hold all the energies. But clear quartz, you could get somebody to cast a nasty ass spell on some clear quartz one day. You go to grab that clear quartz, and you wonder why what's going on in your universe, because it'll transmit right back at you. I mean, you want. Whew. So yeah, I don't touch any of the clear quartz generally unless I've saged it or just like recently saged myself, and I'm going to resage later. Which I do at the end of my shift too, or Palo Santo, either one. Personally, I prefer sage. With Palo Santo, it doesn't burn as well, so there you go. But yeah, no, never grab clear quartz. All right, so let's see what else we've got here. I'm constantly cleaning my crystals. Exactly, I do that. You know what's funny, Helene? You say that. People will buy crystals and necklaces and whatnot, and they will just grab them and walk like, whoa, you do not want to put that on. This has been our store for I don't know how long, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry's grabbed it. You don't want to just put that on. It is amazing. Those of you watching here, be grateful. I'm going to state this with quiet peacefulness. There's a lot of people out there who have no clue what they're doing energetically. Zip, zilch, zero, and nada. You do not go into a crystal shop and buy a point and then I'm going to put this on my neck and just walk out. You have fun with that. I love you, but please don't do that. If you're watching this and you want to take one thing from this video, do not walk into a crystal shop buying a clear crystal point, stick it around your neck, and walk right out the door. I mean, pay for it first, please. If you don't do that, then the crystal is going to be an incredibly negative talisman for you. But nonetheless, um, if you're not clearing the energies off of the crystals and other items that you are purchasing first, not your groceries, mind you, you want to put intentions into your food, but if you're not clearing the energies off of other rocks and crystals that you are putting in your energetic field to help raise your energetic field, then you are probably lowering your energetic field as you are carrying the energies of all of those who have messed with those crystals before. So if you ever buy something from a crystal shop, either sage it, smudge it with Palo Santo, put it in a bag of like Himalayan sea salt for overnight, put it out under the sun, ask Archangel Michael or Raphael to clear it, put it in the violet flame, do something with it, but do not just put it around your neck. I love you, but I have seen some crazy stuff, and please do not do that. Wow. Yeah. All right. So with that, there's your advice if you're going crystal shopping. And if you really go crystal shopping, the one thing I would recommend, bring some Florida water or crystal water, your own crystal water in a spray bottle, and shoot your hands when you're done. And that way you're clearing the energies from the crystal shop and all the rocks that you touch. Because I touch a rock, it's me. You touch the rock, it's you. Now it's me and you. Bob touches the rock, now it's you, me, and Bob. And so forth. And energy sticks to those things like glue. So, yeah, I always recommend if you're going shopping, like Florida water, crystal water, even if it's intentional water, just something, spray your hands. Or if they have sage, I'll smudge people in the store. But 99% of the people I offer to smudge have no idea what I'm talking about. So it blows my mind. Absolutely. So y'all sitting here realize what kind of a blessed position you really are in. If you get into a place where you cross your spirituality with the public in a like a business stance, especially like in downtown Longmont, where it's not like the Jersey Shore where like the boardwalk or anything, but it's a strip, it's a main street. You get it. So and it's the same road you would take to get the Rocky Mountain National Park. Essentially, it's right off of it. So it gets a lot of tourists. So be grateful for where you're at. Be grateful for what you've been bestowed and the energies where you are, because what I've noticed is that humanity, not to say humanity good or bad or for the indifferent, we got ways to go, and us 4% who are down here, being the Mercury 7 astronauts for everybody else, the gap in some of this is really humongous. The gap between what we know as far as how energy works and whatnot, and what other people have got going, is tremendous in a lot of ways. If you've never haven't experienced that, well, hang out in a crystal shop or something and watch people. I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and release this from here. There's a siren, so we give favor to is that a fire truck? We give favor to wherever they're going, whoever is involved there. Do you do that? You want to help your universe. You see a fire truck or something, an ambulance. Can you throw your hands up and just like favor, love, all involved? These are little things that we can do to help raise the resonant field. I love you guys. I'm gonna head off to the crystal shop. I will hopefully see you tonight at Good Daughter at Tuesday Night Live, and where it's just straight channeling. We don't discuss much. I just pretty much drop into a channel and we go live. See you tonight, and I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you all for being here and sticking with my rant, which is getting easier. If you do free flow, ever do a free flow video, it's nerve-wracking, but over time it gets a lot easier, because is it me ranting, or is it Saint Germain going through me, or is it my higher self? I don't even know anymore. Being from New Jersey, I must say at least they are in the cleansing sun and jumping in the salt. There we go. Have a happy crystal shopping. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate it. All right, so all of you are here, Bonnie, Fatima, Millie, stay dry up there. Victoria up in Toronto in Canada. And whoever else is in the chat who may not have been in the chat, thank you. Thank you for the likes as well. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. ISIS, or not ISIS, Kuan Yin is, I uploaded it while I was sitting here. So the Kuan Yin card is up for today, and I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you tonight, hopefully, and if not, in the next. Love you.